Donald and Douglas help with the goods traffic on Doug's branch line. Whatever the season when the weather's fine, they enjoy it. But they don't like it so much when it's wet. No engine likes being rained on. Henry had even stayed in the tunnel once to avoid it. However, there was no other turntable at the end of Doug's branch, so the tender engines always had to travel backwards in one direction. "It's nae good enough," grumbled Donald to Doug one wet day. "Why can't he the fat controller put in the turntable up here?" "He probably doesn't think it's worth it just for Oliver and myself," replied Duck. "That's easy for you to say," snorted Donald. "He ought to try riding a cab on a day like this. It's all right for you tank engines. You have a proper bat to your cab that keeps the rain away when it's coming down in torrents. Dougie and me have nothing." In an effort to keep some of the rain off, the twins' crews rained tarpaulins from the back of the cab roof down to the front of the tender, like a sort of tent. This helped, but if it's windy, it flapped and made itself a nuisance. But at last, the weather improved. It did so suddenly at a time when Donald's driver and fireman had to make a quick turnaround at the big station. The fireman only had time to bundle the tarp roughly into a roll and put it out of the way near the water tank on the back of the tender. They hurried to the yard to take on more water for the next journey. Soon they were finished. "Come on," said the driver. "The weather's cleared up. We'll get a good run back at the Little Western." But when they set off, this wasn't to be the case. As Donald made his way along the line, his driver noticed something. "Where's the top?" he asked. "Did you move it?" asked the fireman. The driver shook his head. "Haven't I seen it since you took it down?" he said. "Bother!" said the fireman. "It must have fallen off in the yard. Let's hope it doesn't rain again before we find it." They reached Olsburg safely. But on the way back, there came trouble. "I'm thirsty," Donald called to his crew. His driver opened his injector, but no water came from the tender into the boiler. "Try yours," he told the fireman. He did, but it made no difference. "Ugh, I've got such a pain," groaned Donald. His driver carefully stopped the train, while the fireman went ahead to warn the signalman. "Your injectors have failed," said the driver. "There is nothing for it but to drop your fire and then try to repair it." Meanwhile, the fireman climbed to the back of the tender to check the level of the water in the tank. He lifted the feeler cap and peered in. "Well, I'll be!" he exclaimed when he spied the problem. "So that's where our top went. It's blocking the feed pipe. 2 mysteries solved." Seizing a long steel pole, he plunged it into the water and managed to pull his soil and tarp away from the feed pipe which it was blocking. Water was soon flowing merrily into Donald's boiler once more, and he set off again. But when they reached the yard, the driver and fireman had a hard job getting the tarp out of the tank. When they finished, they were very wet, very hot, and very cross. The fireman vowed never to store the tarp near the water level again. Donald and his driver tend to make sure he doesn't.